Alright, in this video we're going to be taking a look at the custom Pikula pattern-welded Viking sword. This is a custom one-of-a-kind blade. He makes these in rural Wisconsin. What makes this very, very special is, as you can see, incredible amount of detail. We're going to take a look at some specs on this, some very, very up-close looks at this, literally this one-of-a-kind work of art. And I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. We have an overall length of this blade of 35 and 11/16 inches. You see it's very, very wide. Notice the almost tiger stripe like pattern welded design on it. Blade length itself is a double-edged blade of 29 3/8 inches all the way from the tip right before the guard. Steel quality is actually very, very special with this one. This being a custom, a one-of-a-kind blade. It is a pattern-welded blade, so it's different types of steel that are actually twisted. There we go, you can actually see it now. They're actually twisted into the actual blade and forged into the blade. This is all done by hand. I don't know the exact way that he forges these, so what I'm going to go ahead and do to give respect to how much craftsmanship went into this, I'm going to leave a link in the description of this video showing you, his designs and obviously linking it to his website as well. So pattern welded, the different types of steel are twisted into the blade. Little twisted steel bars are in the middle of it. All right, so the central core of this is crafted from different twisted bars of differing steels. So the central core, as you can see here, amazing amount of detail went into this blade. So it's listed as obviously pattern welded high carbon steel. This is not a slapped on pattern how some Damascus is. This is literally forged and designed this way. Unbelievable. And don't worry, we're gonna get a lot of really, really close-up looks as if you had this in your hand. That way you can appreciate it as much as I have just having it in my hand right now. All right, the weight on this one is 3 pounds 6 ounces. If you couldn't have guessed it, the edge is sharp enough to cut through any kind of soft targets. Honestly, I wouldn't with this one. Not that the construction isn't there, which it is. It's up there with blades like Albion and Arms and Armor. I'm kind of just going to go out on a whim and say that based on holding this in my hand and the amazing craftsmanship of this. It is up there with, some of the best. All right, point of balance says 5 7/8 inches from the guard. You gotta be very careful with this thing. This thing is breathtaking. It's absolutely amazing. So there's the point of balance. I have a t-shirt over my shoulder because I'm gonna wipe this off as soon as I'm done, because you don't want to have any oils secrete into the different types of steel that are welded into this amazing blade. Like I said before, it's a very wide blade. This is listed as 59.9 millimeters wide. So if I put my hand up in front of it, give you kind of a idea of what we're working with here. Very broad blade, typical Viking grip, just enough for a full hand. Take a look at the pommel. So functional application wise, you obviously already know. If you had sword and shield, this would obviously be something that would have very broad slashes with it, very large sweeping cuts with this blade. Doesn't matter what grip you're using, it's going to depend entirely on your own preference. I'm more looking at this as being more of a work of art that is obviously highly functional. The edges of this blade are a harder steel that's forged into it, and then the core has 4 different types of steel. Check the website, click the link below. I don't have the actual exact ones they are. They are on the website, all the details for it, with even more up-close looks at this one. This beautiful blade by Pikula. probably one of my favorite things we've ever reviewed here. But this is not something I would do cut testing with. This is something I would hang on my wall and cherish forever. Grip length, 3.5 inches. You'll notice it's got a little bit of a bump to it. Ooh, the sunlight's hitting that really well. It's got a little bit of a bump to it. That way it sits very, very nicely in the hand. You can see up close there. So the pinky and the ring finger sneak right in. The heel of the hand, the blade sits right on there. I have no idea how the pommel is constructed. It might be hammered on. Don't quote me on that. There's no peen. We can get more information for you on that if you're looking to purchase this one. All right, guys, if you didn't think this would get any better, check out this scabbard. See the beautiful handcrafted stitches on the back. Got a belt loop on there. Wow. This is impressive. And also the inside of the scabbard is fabric lined, which will keep it from any type of scratching and things like that. The scabbard and handle match. So the wood cord scabbard with the leather grip, leather wrapped. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, so from here, to do this thing absolute justice, the closest thing I can get to saying about this one, other than it being like one of my favorites, is like this is up there with Albion and Arms and Armor. It's very, very impressive quality. So what I want to do from here is do some very, very up close looks, close as I can get to how it would be if you had it in your hand. Kind of take our time with it so you can get how intricate the detail is on this, and then we're gonna go from there. So I hope you enjoyed this review of the Pikula custom Viking sword, pattern welded Viking sword. Amazing blade. So this is going to be a shorter review of it, a shorter overview of it. That way you can take a look at it, get some really close-up looks at it. I'm actually going to come back and do another video when I have a cameraman and get some different lighting on it so you can really appreciate how much amazing work went into this. In the meantime, comment below what you think of this blade. Subscribe to the channel, of course. Hit 5,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for your support. As always, comment below what you'd like to see. What's your favorite feature on this blade so far from this review? I'll talk to you soon.